In the early 3rd century HH, Baghdad was the center of Islamic civilization, culture, and knowledge. During this period, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, one of the greatest scholars of Islam, emerged. He was born in Baghdad in 164 AH, 780 AD. Ahmad grew up in a modest household, losing his father at a young age, and his mother raised him with a love for knowledge and piety. From an early age, Ahmad excelled in the study of hadith and fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, traveling across the Islamic world to learn from the prominent scholars of his time. Ahmad ibn Hanbal became a significant reference in Islamic jurisprudence and founded the Hanbali school of thought, which is one of the 4 main schools of Islam. Meanwhile, a rationalist sect known as the Mu'tazila emerged and developed in the Islamic world. The Mu'tazila embraced rational principles in interpreting the Qur'an and the Sunnah, prophetic traditions, focusing particularly on matters of creed. They believed that reason was the foundation for interpreting religious texts and that religion should not contradict reason. One of the most important beliefs of the Mu'tazila was the doctrine that the Qur'an was created, rather than being the uncreated word of God. This belief sparked widespread controversy among Muslim scholars, as the mainstream Sunni tradition held that the Qur'an was the uncreated word of God. During the reign of the Abbasid Caliph al-Ma'mun, 198–218 AH, 813–833 AD, the Abbasid state officially adopted the Mu'tazila doctrine. Al-Ma'mun himself was influenced by Mu'tazila thought and decided to impose this doctrine on all Islamic scholars. The Caliph ordered that anyone who opposed the doctrine of the created Qur'an be subjected to a test on this matter. In 218 AH, Al-Ma'mun began sending letters to the governors, ordering them to arrest anyone who opposed the doctrine of the created Qur'an and bring them to Baghdad. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal was among the scholars summoned to Baghdad to appear before the Caliph. When asked about his opinion on the matter of the created Qur'an, Ahmad ibn Hanbal refused to say that the Qur'an was created. His response was firm and concise. The Qur'an is the uncreated word of God. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal's refusal to accept the created Qur'an was not an easy stance, bringing upon him the wrath of Caliph al-Ma'mun. Al-Ma'mun ordered Ahmad's imprisonment and severe torture. He was flogged until his body was covered in blood, yet he did not retract his stance. Al-Ma'mun died before he could force Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal to recant, but the torment did not end with his death. Al-Mu'tasim bi Allah succeeded Al-Ma'mun and was determined to continue his predecessor's policy. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal was brought before Al-Mu'tasim, who questioned him again about the created Qur'an. Al-Mu'tasim hoped that Ahmad would yield under severe torture, but Imam Ahmad remained steadfast in his position, refusing to renounce his creed. The public trial that took place in Baghdad was momentous, attended by many scholars and the public. Al-Mu'tasim sat on his throne, surrounded by his entourage, while Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal stood firmly before him. Al-Mu'tasim said, "O Ahmad, say what the people are saying and spare yourself the torture." But Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal responded with great courage. "Show me proof from the Book of God or the Sunnah of his Messenger, otherwise I remain firm in my belief." Al-Mu'tasim ordered that Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal be tortured more severely, but the Imam continued to loudly proclaim, "The Qur'an is the uncreated word of God." This steadfastness increased people's respect for him and solidified his status as a symbol of resistance against oppression. After a long period of imprisonment and torture, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal's health deteriorated significantly. However, he did not give in and did not retreat from his stance. Eventually, Caliph al-Wathiq bi Allah, 227–232 AH, Act 47–861 AD, ordered his release. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal returned to teaching and spreading knowledge, becoming a significant reference in jurisprudence and creed. The trial of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal remains an enduring lesson for Muslim generations about the importance of adhering to principles and standing firm for the truth, no matter the challenges. His story continues to inspire many to face challenges and difficulties with steadfastness and faith. In this way, we can see how faith and adherence to creed can be a source of great strength, enabling a person to face the harshest forms of oppression and torture, ultimately triumphing through the power of truth.